Greetings, Earthlings, Planet Mitch. It's me. It's Monday. It's 9 o'clock Eastern. No, wait. It's 10 o'clock Eastern. Or is it? Because it's Daylight Savings Time. It's really, I don't know. Daylight Savings Times always mess me up. So your sleeping pattern is off for a bit. Your eating pattern is off for a bit. Crazy stuff. But it's Monday. And you're here, right? No, you're not. Nobody's here yet. Come on. If you're watching on replay, please hit pound sign replay in the comments. Comments are much appreciated. I know you've heard me say that before. I'm going to keep saying it because what I need to do is to get this message in front of more and more people. And that means please help me by making comment. Tell me you're here. Tell me you're watching. Tell me I'm full of crap. Tell me I'm doing wonderful stuff. Tell me my kitty right there is pretty. Pretty kitty. That's Nadia. She likes to watch me when I do Facebook Lives. She likes to torment me. Hi, Tony. 12 a.m. in Australia. How's the Barbie? Have you got any, shrimps on the Barbie? Sorry. Sorry, Tony, that's bad. For those of you who are just turning in, please turning in. It is Monday. That's my kitty, Nadia. If you're an up-viral person, and I know, Tony, you are, if you're an up-viral person, did you see the announcement last week? Did you? It's cold in St. Louis. My fingers are still cold. I'm trying to warm them up. They turned on custom tracking links, finally. Now, it's actually been live for a couple of weeks. Just nobody really talked about it, although I mentioned it a couple of times. I need to put that phone away. And this is a game changer. Finally, Wilco has posted about it, made a video, and it is now live. And they added some features since I started using it, which is awesome. And I'm going to show you a tad bit about it in a second. But if you're not using UpViral, you ought to be using UpViral. Not only because it's going to build your business, you're going to grow your list, you're going to start having more, what? That's right, income. Then custom tracking links are awesome. Now, I had a long conversation with Heather, who was working on the Bunkie contest. If you remember the Bunkie contest, that's the one where they were giving away a $6,000 cabin. It's called a Bunkie. It's kind of like a tree house on the ground. You know, there's no running water, there's no toilet, there's no blah blah blah. So it's one step up from camping. But a lot of people love this. And it turns out, if you didn't pay any attention, they've got a great plan, and they're doing Airbnb for their bunkie, for their little house in the woods. They got Airbnb. There are people renting these things, and some people are starting to make money. So they get a little, if they have a little piece of property, maybe in the back part of your property. I live in a suburb, so that's not going to work very well here, but I could use it for my office. But they're getting like $97 a day to rent this little tree house on the ground. It's phenomenal. But bless their hearts, they did a giveaway. $6,000 prize. $6,000 prize. They brought in $300,000 in revenue for giving away $6,000 prize. Let me say that again. $300,000 in revenue from one contest. Now, you obviously aren't going to be able to do that kind of thing, right? Because you're trying to do something different than give away a $6,000 or sell a $6,000 or $7,000 product. But that's just one example. So anyway, I was talking to Heather, and we were talking about tracking. I got a little distracted. We're talking about tracking, and she uses Google Analytics to death, right? Which is awesome. I just don't understand it. Tony says, um, I'm going to add this to broadcast. I know this is off subject, and you're distracting me, Tony, but I. So, what software do you use to make the sound effects? There are simple sound effects on my computer. There's just sound files, like this one.
Dad, you're always right.
And what I have a tool called Keyboard Maestro, which gives me access to adding functionality to special keys. And I also, you can't really see it very well, and I can't get it any higher because it's taped down. But I have an extended keyboard, so I use the number keys, and then this is sideways. I can't stand those little keyboards that they put on everything. I like the wide keyboard. But so the number keypad I have assigned inside of Keyboard Maestro, which I think, and again, I'm on a Mac, so Tony, if I've forgotten whether you're on a Mac or not. So I can, and I know there's tools like this on Windows boxes. There's keyboard shortcuts, there's all kind of stuff. But so this is actually a macro that fires that says play that sound. There are tools like, excuse me, there's consoles that you can get. Rode has one. Rode's the maker of my microphone and sponsor for a long time when I was running Planet 5D. They have a new thing called the Podcaster. Podcaster is another thing. But it has like buttons that you can press to make sounds happen. So I'm just hitting like command and then enter. Command enter is the cash register. And they're not labeled, so that's where my brain has a hard time remembering where things like this one, my daughter Victoria saying woohoo. I recorded that on kids' videos. I was transferring those from old tapes to files on my Mac. And I grabbed some sounds like that one and
Dad,
this one.
you're always right.
And this one. Ooh. But that's not me. So that's another sound. But the problem is I got so many sounds. Like I have the Planet 5D one. And I have Planet 5D one. No, that's crazy. I forgot. Oh, it's clear. I forgot how to turn that one off because that goes on for about a minute. But anyway, so you've distracted me, Tony. But so I use Keyboard Maestro a lot. When I switch, I'm gonna switch now. I have a keyboard function because I can never remember what the command sequence is to take this on Ecamm. So I'm broadcasting with Ecamm and put my screen, my face, the screen over on the second monitor so I can show the desktop and then be able to move stuff around and then switch back. So I have two keyboard shortcuts that do all of that stuff. That takes this from that monitor, puts it over on that monitor, shows what the stuff, and then when I put my face back, because I like to see my face, I kind of talk to myself, so you see my eyes, and it's just... Anyway, you've distracted me, Tony, but let's jump in, because I was talking about Heather and using keyboard, see, you got me distracted. Heather and Google Analytics to look at the detailed data about where traffic's coming from in your campaign when you're running a contest. Now, they wish they had this keyboard, or wish they had the custom tracking links when they launched their campaign. But they did some stuff through Google, and we had Heather and I talked for 2.5 hours one day about Google Analytics and stuff. So let me switch over to my desktop and not look at that, but look at this. This is a segment from Roberto's campaign. And he didn't say I could say this, but I grabbed a screenshot from what he shared for me. And this is inside the statistics inside of UpViral. Now, not only are they letting you do your own custom tracking, which Wilco talks about in the post, but they are also tracking, and this is golden stuff. If you're not jumping up and down excited about this, you just don't you don't get into data like I do, and that's okay. But you should be paying attention to this because this is going to change the game. None of the other tools, as far as I know, do this. So what am I seeing here? Look, no tracking ID, 30,444 visits. Converted 611 for 17%, 18% almost. But look at these, and I think this is a mistake because there's two of them. But anything that says social track is UpViral tracking the source of this referred visit. So when somebody shares on Facebook, we can see those data points inside the stats right now, right? I have to make sure my face doesn't cover this up. You can see those stats of how many people click the Facebook share button, but you could never tell how much of your traffic for your campaign came through that sharing. But now you can. Look right here. Social track Facebook. 880 visits. 24 conversions for 2.7%. That sucks, right? But now you know. Now you know that Facebook message isn't bringing people in. Maybe you can change the image or the social sharing message in Facebook and see if you can get more conversions. Because what that appears to me to be is you got a lot of people coming in, but once they get here, they go, oh, that's not what I thought I wanted. And they're not converting. They're not turning into leads. Good golly, people. Tell me how excited you are about this in the comments. This is crazy. And no, I don't want text there. Sorry. So this is just a screen grab. How do I make that go away? Oh, I could do arrows, couldn't I? I could do arrows. Look at this. Bang. 24 conversions. 2.7%. That sucks. I should be drawing. Messenger, 885. But look, they got 14.2% conversions on that. That's doing pretty well. Look at 20% on email conversions. Now, that's only 5. And I don't understand why there's two different ones. I think the second one was a mistake. I think UpViral's going to fix that. This is probably really the real one. But Pinterest is obviously sucking a rock for this campaign. Somehow they got 4 people coming in from Pinterest. Maybe they don't have the Pinterest button turned on, but that's obviously not working for them, right? I could change this so they're 0% conversion on their Pinterest. But just imagine what this can do for you to figure out. Look at your Twitter conversions. I can't talk. It's Monday. You got to go, huh? What's wrong with Twitter? Why is only 3.3% converting on Twitter? Is this not floating your boat? You're not commenting, folks. This should be just, holy crap, you should be jumping up and down for this kind of data. This is not stuff you ever had before. And none of the other freaking tools do this that I'm aware of. Maybe they do. I haven't found out. But none of them do this. Now, I'm going to toot my own horn. This was my idea. A long time ago, I begged UpViral to provide this because this is the kind of stuff that I just live off of. To be able to see the statistics of what's working and what's not working as opposed to this vague idea that something's going out, some people messages are going out, but you've never freaking been able to find out anything. Oops, that's the wrong one. I don't want that. Let me undo all that. Look at this one. This one is gold. you knew how many people were clicking on the Facebook button and sharing, potentially, right? But there's an email share button on there. Are people sharing via that email button? Well, 90 came through. Granted, that's not a very big number compared to the total number of referred visits, but it's converting at 10%. This is the data that you've never ever freaking had before. This is gold stuff. This is astounding stuff. You people should be jumping up and down about this. Okay, I'm a little excited. I get it. Not everybody's as excited about it as I am. Oops. So, if you have any questions, and I've actually identified a bug like that social email thing, I think is a bug. I suspect there's a couple other bugs. And what I really am hoping that over time we figure out how to enhance that a little bit, maybe give you a bar graph to show you a visual, because if you start looking at all that data and you get a whole bunch of those things, because those aren't even, by the way, the ones that are custom, right? That's just the new data that UpViral's providing that we didn't even ask for. And they thought, hey, let's add this. So bless their hearts, they've done something awesome for us. But it's going to change over time. It'll get better. You'll have more visibility of stuff. I've identified, like, for example, I told Mark this over the weekend that those Facebook buttons, the buttons you put in your emails, those aren't getting tracked as far as I can tell. Maybe they are, maybe I don't think they are. But this is gold stuff. This is amazing stuff. I am so freaking excited. See if I can get... See, the other thing, Tony, is being able to feel my keyboard and execute the sounds. Like that one, without being able to, look down at my keyboard. Because that's distracting, right? I should just be able to feel the right keys and go, that didn't work. That one's... See, I put that one in the corner so I can easily figure out which key it is. I don't have to, right? The other thing, one of the other things, Tony, that Keyboard Maestro can do, which I really should have done. No, I see. It depends. You can force specific macros to only appear in certain programs, like when I'm doing Facebook Live and Ecamm. I could have keyboard shortcuts that only work in here. But then when I flip over to another program, they wouldn't work. So then that would bother me. So I still need the universal keys, right? So I'm going to be talking about those custom tracking links a lot. Hopefully it doesn't scare you away, but I really want to educate you on how freaking cool this is. Because this feature, like I said, separates UpViral from all the rest. And from what Mark and Wilco have told me privately, and I'm not giving away any secrets because I don't know anything. They're very excited about what's coming up this year. So if that's just the first little tiny blush, and they were kind of like, oh, this is cool. I'm like freaking out over how cool that is. I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do in the future. Now, we also know that they're working on an agency program so that if you are serving clients, there's going to be additional functionality. And if you are doing that, please let me know, by the way, because I'm getting together a group of people that are serving clients because I would like to be able to work together and do more things to work as teams and to help each other learn. So if you're doing something with clients and UpViral or another tool, the other tools are fine. I still need to learn more about them. But let me know because I want to work with you guys and gals that are doing that. For anybody tuning in, please again say #replay if you're tuning in on the replay. If you didn't hear, I have a new thing starting on March 15th called Win Together. And I already have, I think, 6 people signed up. I'm looking for 10, maybe a few more if it gets really exciting. But And we're going to do this again in the future, I think, but I don't want that to be scaring you away because you go, well, I'll put it off, I'll do it later. The first time is going to be the fun time because that's where we're going to learn together. But we're going to launch campaigns together. We're going to start on March 15th. We are going to launch the campaigns on April 1st-ish. Not necessarily April Fool's Day. But if you want to get in on that, let me know. Because I want you to be involved. Those people who are founders, who have already invested in the mothership, they get in for free. So all of y'all need to be doing that. Trying to get the message out. If you are interested or know somebody that has toyed with the idea of running a contest and just didn't ever get off the stick, because I know there's a lot of people that have UpViral and are like, oh, I just never use it because I didn't make time to learn how to do it. Well, this is the time. Win together. We're going to work together. We're going to teach each other. We're going to learn some things together. We're going to play with the cat. And we're going to make things happen for your business. If you're not doing contests, you're going to get really tired of hearing me say this, but you should be doing contests. The ROI on contests is phenomenal. Just look at that Bunky one, which is an extreme case. But they worked their tails off. The Bunky guys worked their freaking tails off to make that a massive success. $300,000 in revenue from one contest. $300,000 in revenue from one contest. People say contests don't bring in sales. Thanks, Brent. # watching live. Thank you. Not all contests are that successful, but if you take time to learn some of the stuff that like the Bunky guys do, and I know I talked to Heather and David, they did a lot of planning to make that contest successful. David even mentioned that last year when they ran their first contest, he had no business. He had zero business. And he launched his business by running a contest. Brought in over $100,000 in revenue in his first contest last year. Launched his business. Not going to be that successful for everybody, but the things that we can learn from David's campaign and the other campaigns that I've showed you, I still don't understand why everybody's not doing freaking contests and not doing them all the time. They work. They're not always perfect. And, Tony, I know you and I have talked about this a lot. There are a lot of local businesses that can absolutely use giveaways to grow their business. And Tony, you're in the perfect spot to make that happen. We just have to get you off the stick, find the right campaign that's going to work for you, and make it happen. That's what we got to do. And I know you're busy in the month of March. That's okay. We'll get it all worked out. We're going to get you up and running. We're going to get it kicking butt because I know you've got the right opportunity. So local businesses are a phenomenal way to do that. Most local businesses don't understand the power of an email list. They're over there trying to build Facebook bots, and there's nothing wrong with Facebook bots. But your email list is the only thing you can walk away. If Facebook kicks you out, and lo and behold, they do. Isn't that surprising?
Huh?
Facebook kicks you out. Facebook has turned people's accounts off because they've done something wrong. Yes, it happens.
Huh?
So don't get trapped in that. Build your email list. Build your email list. I can't tell you how sad I was when in my Planet 5D blogging world, that it took me 4 years to figure out that I needed to be building an email list. And once I figured that out, things changed. My email list grew and grew and grew. My competition grew faster than me because they were smart enough to build the email list and they were interacting with those people all the time. And I finally went, huh! Not that one.
Huh?
Why aren't I doing this? Lots of lessons learned in the past, and there's nothing like starting today. # today is the day. This is the way we're going to start. So come join me in Win Together. We're going to start March 15th, which is what? Holy crap, 4 days. I got a lot of prepping to do because I don't even know what's going to happen on March 15th yet. But we're going to do it. So if you have any interest in starting a contest, launching your business, changing the way you make money, let me know. And we will be launching that together with Win Together. And WIN, by the way, stands for W. This is my program. W. What? And I always want, because it's really who, what, where, when, why, and how. But that's the W. The old journalists' questions. I is implementation, or inspiration, or investigation. Got a lot of opportunities for I. And N is for nurture, because that's what you have to do once you get your people. You have to nurture them to get them to buy your stuff. David did a great job of that, and he's continuing to do that because he's emailing people and educating them about the things they can do with their Bunkie. It's amazing. All right, so that's it for today. We will talk to you again tomorrow, same time, same bat station, 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I have to say daylight now. It's daylight time. 9 a.m. Central Daylight Time. 7 a.m. Pacific, or 12 midnight in Australia, where Tony is. Thanks for tuning in, Tony. Thanks, Brent, for tuning in and saying hi. For those of you who tuned in and didn't comment, didn't help me. No. Glad to have you. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. If you learned something today, let me know. Comments. Comments help. Hitting the like button helps. Hitting the love button helps even more. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, and let's see if I can get Maddie to say goodbye.
Huh?
That's not it. Ooh. That's not it.
I had a fun
That's
time.
it.
Now turn that off.